What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Steve from Printer Gang Investments, man. Back after a long break for another video, man. And in today's video, we back to showing the portfolio. I took a little absence to work on some AI. I'm gonna be showing y'all them tools later. But back in that market, we've been doing our thing. We've been beating that S&P like usual, man. So year to date, we up $9,200. We done realized almost 5K, probably more than that, because I done took out a lot of money to build some of these AI tools I'm gonna be showing y'all in coming videos. But year to date, we up 62% after being up like 1,000 plus last year. And that's after we took money out. So we are just killing the S&P right now. I think the S&P only up 2% this year. We're doing our thing. For all people who say people don't like to show the all time, at all time we up $22,000. All time realized gains, we up $15,960. So we actually done made more money off this account than what it even started with. Everything is all gains at this point. And we're gonna get back to showing y'all every position, man. So first with the Palantir position over here, at the time of this recording, Palantir is at 141.74. This morning it actually hit like 144, 145. So I actually sold a call. I was up like 50% profit, took that money, rolled it out, and bought some of these calls you see here. Now one of these still hanging on from earnings. They knocked us down on earnings, but we bounced back. So those are bouncing back. But like the September call, this October call I just hopped down with earlier today. Looked like I could have waited a little longer, but we made good money on that. I'm gonna show y'all the trade here as usual. You know how it goes. So yeah, we sold a Palantir call, $200 call for $1,350. Hop back in with like $600. And if Palantir tanks, which might happen because we had all-time highs, that's when we gonna get back in with the rest of the money. But anyway, let's show y'all some of these other positions. Another position I've been working on that I'm gonna do a video, a deep dive, explaining y'all more of why I've been in it, is this Venture Global, man. Since I've been last on this video, a lot has been going on in the energy sector, both nuclear and regular energy. Trump's been passing a lot of deals and being very friendly towards the energy companies. That's why Oklo's up so much money, man. But in addition to Oklo, a lot of regular energy companies, a lot of other types of energy companies are running. Venture Global's one of those. So we got a Venture Global call that actually expires in January, and we up 40% on it so far. We might add to it. As far as the Tesla position, it's been doing decent. I rolled off a share of Tesla, and this current call I got, I'm down 48% on, but I rolled a lot of Tesla calls over the run up while I wasn't on video. So we done made good money with Tesla. I actually bought one on a dip. I got two right now. Robinhood position is doing excellent. We up 68% on Robinhood the share. So if we go back to my videos during the crash, what I told y'all, Palantir, Tesla, Nvidia, Robinhood, and SPY, and Bitcoin. So all those are going good. Same with Robinhood. We got a call right now that's down, but we made a lot of money on Robinhood calls before we bought this one. We'll see if it bounced back. I might actually buy a dip on some of it, but Robinhood's actually going up right now, so we'll see what happened. Grab, I'm still in Grab. Grab's taking a long time. It's looking like they're potentially gathering money to buy their biggest competitor. So that could be why the stock price flattening out. You don't necessarily want that going up too high when you're trying to make a deal. But we got 4 Grab calls, and they're very cheap. And I like that they give me all the way to January in 2027 for $47. You can't beat that. Advanced Auto Parts, I just leave it here because I leave it here. You know what I'm saying? Anyone know my channel has been sitting here. I maybe should took it months ago when we was up on it, but it ain't happened like that. IBIT, finally up on IBIT, of course. Bitcoin stands strong. Oklo, I'm so glad I didn't sell Oklo during the height of this Trump dip. Some told me to keep them, and they are taking off. They've gotten deals from Trump. Like I say, the nuclear energy field's going crazy. With the way AI is advancing, it's like kind of obvious that nuclear is going to be next up. So Oklo, even though they're not profitable yet, they're in the right place at the right time. So their stock is benefiting massively. We got Walmart, Nvidia here. We back up 33% on Nvidia. I got Vistra, Google, Amazon, SPY, Meta. You know what I'm saying? And that's the account right now. So where am I at with it? We're going to start doing more talks about it. Right now, my favorite stocks are at all-time highs. So, I'm still adding to them slowly. I'm still buying Palantir, Tesla, Nvidia, Broadcom, things like that, energy. But right now I'm looking for a catalyst. I need them to go and figure out what's going to happen with Trump and his deal, because in order to buy calls at these levels, we need a real catalyst to say the BS is out the way, if you know what I mean. I can't just get in with the flat. And like, even though Palantir is like finally doing his thing, it's like it's a slow and steady growth. It's not that explosive growth that we might have seen last year. It's more of a slow and steady thing going on right now. But you know how we do. We're gonna look at a few of these stocks, man, and we're gonna see where things are going. So as the time is recording, we got the QQQ up 1.3 today. The SPY's up 0.87 today. Palantir's up 3.22 today. Nvidia's up 1.8. Tesla's up 1. Apple's even up 1. HIMS is still going crazy, man. 7.38%. Robinhood's going crazy, 5%. I see SoundHound on here. AMD, man. We got a lot of updates on AMD. I might do a separate video talking about it. It might be time to start buying AMD with Nvidia again. Anybody who held on to AMD or bought AMD on that dip, doing great. Doing great. I'm looking at Archer still. Let's see. Alibaba still looking at that. What else we like in here? Salesforce and CrowdStrike, they're doing all right, but not as much as I would expect. Rocket Labs holding up decent, man. We need Grab to break out, man. Nebus and CoreWeave. I've been talking about these. The whole market's been talking about these. They're risky, but they're going. I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing options on them. I'm not really sold or necessarily making an investment in these, but they could definitely be an excellent trade. And to anybody who's already in them, they're already an excellent trade. But you know me, let's look at some of these charts real quick and let's see what's going on. And I'm going to be getting to some more content soon. Let's see. So for Palantir for today, go to the daily. Yeah, we had a huge breakout, broke structure probably a few days ago, and it looks like we're trying to do so again today. If this can hold, we will get another fair value gap to the upside. There's no resistance up here. I can draw a trend line to see where it might top out at. I might do that on another video, but at this level, the only way to see where we could potentially stop at would be like to draw a Fibonacci extension and see what levels that would be. But right now I'm very macro based, so if the macro is good, the news is good, we can continue to go. If something goes wrong with Trump or the Israel-Iran situation heats up, we can go back down. Speaking of the Israel-Iran situation, you know, ain't nobody gonna say it, but Palantir was probably involved in that Israel strike. You know, that's what the AI does. You get all your enemies at once, you know what I'm saying? So that is what it is. But anyway, on to the next stock. Gotta look at the NASDAQ today, man. Got to look at the NASDAQ. So, you know, after this right here, after this era right here that had me not on camera forever, market wasn't doing nothing, just up, down, not doing nothing. That's why y'all didn't see me. Wasn't making no trades. They still in this range, man. They still in this range. Hopefully we could finally break this range, go down, do something, man. Because believe it or not, if you know anything about real swing traders, we don't care if the market going up or down. What sucks is when the market's doing this. This one's the most boring. Now, as an investor, I love it because this is the perfect time to, you know, buy shares. A lot of stocks at the highs, but you can buy them slowly. If it tanks, you can buy more. So, you know, I kind of like it here, but I need to see the QQQ break off. I need us to go and break all these highs, give us a fair value gap. We still got a strong high up here, but like I say, we still got all these problems with Trump. We still got geopolitical risk. So, you know, it might take a little time. And last but not least, let's switch it up. Because, you know, I always used to do Nvidia. At this point, I want to look at HIMS today, man. We need to look at HIMS. Okay. So, HIMS is coming off their all-time highs from back in February. If anyone watched this channel, we was at the mall. We bought a lot of clothes off HIMS calls when they went up on another account. I actually bought this t-shirt off HIMS calls, believe it or not. So right now, they had their run from the bottom. They came down into a fair value gap right here. It looks like they're trying to bounce out of it, and they've inverted their bearish fair value gap. So I actually like that a lot. Now, don't get it twisted. HIMS is extremely volatile. So I wouldn't be surprised if we get a red candle that could knock this thing all the way back down to where it was. But at the same time, the thesis is there. The company's growing, and they've got a lot of short interest. That's why they have such explosive moves to the upside and the downside for that regard. So what I would tell people on HIMS, me personally, from an ICT standpoint of view, I want to see another green day. I want to see another fair value gap. Maybe give me a pullback into that. Let's see. I could also maybe draw a flag a little bit. Let me see what I could draw here. I could put a trend line. I could put a trend line here. Oh, not a ray. And a trend line here. I don't know why they just deleted my last trend line. You see how they do me, YouTube? Let's see, trend line. Not that one. I need a new one. I need a new one. Trend line. Why is they playing with me, YouTube? Why is they playing on my top, YouTube? But anyway. So yeah, I could draw this trend line here. Broke out of it once, came back down into it. We are in a channel right now, like an upward channel. So, you know, it's consolidating here. It's like the same thing I said. I kind of want to see a breakout before I enter here, or I want to see a pullback, maybe back into that fair value gap, or if they knock it lower, this next fair value gap down here at the 47 to 43 range would be critical if we were to get back down there for some reason. I don't know what type of macro, what type of news could necessarily knock us back down there, but if we were to get knocked down there and it wasn't like, oh, the company's over with situation, I would definitely buy that, because we got equilibrium there 2 at 43.60, man. But you know, them just my thoughts on the market. We at highs right now. Anybody who's not already in, do not load up at these levels. You can buy at these levels, but me personally, I would be buying small. Like, if you're the type of person who could put a, let's just use a regular $300-400 a month into the market. This the type of market where I would be doing $5 a day, $5 a day, $5 a day. The moment something tank, that's when we speed it up, go up to 20, 15, 10. That's how you make, you know, a lot of money in a situation like this. But it's your boy Steve from Printing Gang Investments. You know, I'm sorry for the absence, but I'm gonna make it worth y'all while. We got a lot of more content, learned a lot about AI. I got a lot of tools I'm gonna show y'all. More YOLO updates, more trades. Just stay tuned in. I appreciate everybody for staying subscribed. And your boy Steve from Printing Gang Investments is back. You feel me?